I think another one people sort of don't think about is professional fees, professional service fees. Whether that's us as accountants right through to sort of HR and that sort of thing. They start to take people on and they,
Mhm.
you know, don't don't think they're gonna have to get contracts written up, that sort of thing. How do you find those conversations go when you're talking to people?
So it's quite surprising when people come in and they're not factoring in the costs for professional services. And it can be solicitors, it can be HR specialists. You've then got accountants, which obviously they're coming to see us, so they've got in their minds they need to have an accountant, but they won't necessarily think about the cost of having those. But actually, what the conversation goes with myself usually is you need to think about the cost of not having them. So if you don't have a solicitor in place and suddenly something goes wrong or a connection to a solicitor, the cost of trying to fix it yourself can then generate more problems that cost even more to fix. Similarly, for an accountant, if you try and do your own figures, your own tax returns, etc., if you're not claiming the right amount of expenses, it ends up costing you a lot more in the long run if you just pay an accountant to ensure you're being as tax efficient as possible.
Absolutely. So if someone is out there and they're listening to all of this and they're just getting their head around the actual realistic costs, what's your advice to them?
Speak to people. Speak to other people that have set up in business. If you're just starting out, there are plenty of actual support out there. Come speak to an accountant. We're here to help businesses grow. We're in a prime position. We've watched businesses start from their back bedrooms and growing into being in multi offices and offices around the country. So we're in a prime position to be able to support them with that. Um, Look around on forums as well. As daft as that might sound, there's real social media out there that can really help. The other big thing to do as well would be to build a budget. So you might know what your end sales price is going to be, but is that realistic? You need to look at what all your costs are going to be and make sure you're building a profit margin into your sales price to ensure you're actually going to get the business you want.